do videos, some people do spaces. We're all doing what we can. So like you do great videos, Ben, so I'll always share them and I'll always watch them. But, a lot of people don't follow the smaller creators, even if they're producing truth or really good videos. I don't know what to say other than we're all really trying our best at our individual specialties, right?
Yeah, but it's like I had an official say to me, "Well, we need Ben. We need if nobody's going to do it for us, we're going to do it to you." And that's the
But
next
here's
move
what
for
I know.
VPN.
Here's what I know. Nobody's doing my Twitter account. Unless Twitter kicks me off the platform, nobody's going to do my Twitter account. I'm not in the UK. I'm not interested in what's going on there in terms of how they want to do things. I'm happy to share videos with my Twitter account. I don't have a large reach. I've got like 1,000 followers, but some of my tweets do really well in terms of reach of tens of
I see
thousands of
that,
people.
Chris. Yeah, I do see
So
that, and
so like
I do
I think
retweet much of your
play
stuff.
into
If you notice.
play into our strengths. Like I'm not going to make video. Like I'm just not going to do it. I don't
No,
have the
of
time
course
for
not.
that.
No, I'm
Right?
not. No, I wasn't meaning that. I think you missed my point there. The point here is that the UK have said to me directly,
Yeah.
and Matt Joe is in on this. Okay, that if other people aren't going to do it to me, the UK is going to fund it to be done to me because they see me as a way going forward to counter this now, and they will fund that now. And we are now being shortlisted down to 5 to be in that space, and it looks like we're going to get it.
Okay.
So
Well, that's
that's going to make it
fantastic, man.
that's going to
You
make
do.
us hugely relevant. I mean, the SEO account on that is £15,000 alone. SEO and marketing for VPN. That's
Okay.
going to
Well,
change things dramatically.
let's keep this on focus today because we're talking specifically about the court documents. And again, man, host a space. You host a space. We can talk about video strategy. Let's keep it focused because I don't disagree with you. Let's
But
just
they're
keep it
going down
focused.
anyway. They're going down. There's no doubt about
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
They're done. The Tates are a spent force. The
I
problem is,
believe. I believe that. I believe that.
well, no, I know that, and there's no chance they are going to escape this, no matter what they do now. The
Yeah. I
problem
agree.
is, that, as we've all said, this is going to take some time. All these people who said the trial's going to be this month or that month, it's going to take forever. In that meantime, they're going to be on house arrest, and God forbid they don't get let off that. But in the meantime, they are going to be propagating this. They're going to be selling it to more young people, and that's what we need to be fighting on a more mass scale. And they've gone all talking about any of the legalities here. On the base legalities, they're done. Anything now is just nuance. Honestly, they're done.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
Done.
And I'm glad you brought that point up because for those people who are in the audience right now and you're wondering where the case is actually at, they're in a part of the stage that's called a preliminary chamber. And a preliminary chamber is what takes place after the investigation ends, and it can last for up to 60 days. So during that time, just like when they were being investigated, their house arrest, their preventative detention measure was reviewed every 30 days. The same thing is going to happen during the preliminary chamber. They lost that appeal, or they lost the original request to be put on judicial control. They're currently in house arrest. They've appealed that, and that appeal judgment can come in any day now that will either give them judicial control or they'll reject it and will keep them on house arrest for another 30 days. 30 days again.
In Romanian law, though, it's different now from protective detention or whatever it was, because they don't have to keep producing new evidence going forward.
No, correct, but they still have to do the 30 days through their preliminary chamber.
Yeah,
right.
But they don't. Each time they do it now, they don't have to produce new evidence. It's based on existing evidence, so it's much easier to keep them under house arrest from this point anyway.
Correct. Yeah, I don't see any reason why they would be let out of house arrest, especially since there's another interim investigation kicking up that's involving trafficked minors, allegedly.
No,
but anything's possible.
I said God forbid. I did say that. I made that point clear. But in the meantime, they're still under house arrest. They are still going to be able to propagate their myths and lies and manifold truths and everything else. And that's the danger. And all we're doing is talking up how bad they were, but on the base level, they're going to get done for human trafficking. If you understand basic UN, how the UN laid out human trafficking, they're done. The basic evidence on that condemns them before you've even started. The forming an organized crime group was in connection to the human trafficking, so they've got them on that as well, and they've got from the basics I've seen. There's not much they can get out on that. Going to all this massive in depth on it, it's not going to add to their sentence. Any research we do is not going to add, take away, or do anything now to that. They are going down, and that is the end of it. But the human trafficking law is a standalone law. It's not connected to the victims. If the victims say they liked it or didn't, it makes no difference. They trafficked some people and they benefited from it, and they're going down for that and forming an organized crime group. That's done. Now the battle is to try and win back hearts and minds.
Well, have at
and
it.
That's what UK research is saying we need to be focusing on.
Okay,
Have
but
at it.
right
Make
now,
your videos. Make your
yeah,
videos.
right now we need to keep
Have at it,
going.
man.
And we've got Manosphere got her hand up there. Can we dip her in first before Crayon goes forward?
Yeah. Do one more.
Thanks, Ben.
Thanks, Ben.
Cheers.
Do you guys hear me?
Yes,
Hello?
Yes, we do.
Okay. Well, first and foremost, good morning, good night, good evening. Sorry, good afternoon. I don't know where you guys are. I'm in Brazil, and tonight and right now it is midday. So,
Bom dia. Bom dia, I think is how you say it, right?
Thank you. That's right. Bom dia. I'm Carolina, and I run this account. I had a previous account on Twitter that was banned exactly because I exposed a group of guys that they were exploiting women. The reason is because I followed the manosphere for a long time at this point, and I have interacted with all of them, including the Tate's brothers. I've interacted with Bobby Dino. I've interacted with Michael Chernovich, Rollo Tomasi, all of those people. And at this point, I'm a persona non grata on their circles exactly because I confront them. And from the Tates, I can state that they have this big network behind them, which I think will make things a bit complicated and difficult for all of this this trial or all of this to I think that they are in big trouble, but they have this big network. I don't know at this point if they protect them or not. I think it's really weird that they know very powerful people, and they were like, I don't remember how many days they were arrested, but then they are now in home arrest. So I'm very, how can I say, I have a big question mark with the outcome of all of this. But I can state that they are very well protected, and at the same time I think the trial, the people that are investigating this and gathering all the proofs and things, they will have to make a very everything very well done, because in this case they have done everything very well in a way that it makes everything difficult for them to be caught. So that's how I see things, and I would like to know, what do you guys think about this? If it's because it's complicated, they know very powerful people there, and they were still arrested, and some people came to their how can I say, to their defense. Some people didn't, and it's really good to see that at least in Romania, people like him or people like them are being caught, or at least trying to be brought to justice what happened to them, because it's horrible. I think it's horrible, this entire ideology that is behind them, that they preach, And I'm not talking about Islam. I'm talking about all of this submissive and this this power play, that they are preaching out there. And it's really terrible to see that many, especially men, fall for this. And, they get in the position that they become alone, because women in modern world, it's not going to submit to all of that unless they are in the position, they are in this power play game that they are not aware of. So this is, I'm sorry, I don't know if I'm making any sense, but that's all I'm gonna say. Thank you very much for listening to me. And if you guys would like to make any questions,
I can